Hi everyone, welcome to Saptarishis Astrology. Vinayak, welcome to Saptarishis. Are we live, Vinayak?
Yes, sir, we are live.
Okay, great. So, what we plan to do is today's schedule, we plan to have a remedy on Rahu, and this is as per Nalin Desai, the great astrologer from Valsad. We have done several videos with him, and this is a remedy that happens once or twice in a year. Basically, Rahu is associated with Mercury, and so Wednesday becomes very important. And apart from that, Amavasya is very important for Rahu. So Wednesday and Amavasya coming together is not a very common phenomenon. It happens once or twice a year. Okay. And tomorrow, that is 9th of June, is an Amavasya. It is also a Wednesday, right, Vinay?
Yes, sir.
So that's when this remedy needs to be done. That is one thing. Now, how this remedy is to be done, we have mentioned it earlier in our previous videos also. And please understand that whenever we do these kind of remedies, simple remedies of donation or dan of donation of food items, etc. North, south, east, west will have different takes on it. You know, most important and the toughest part is performing a remedy on the right Muhurat. The right Muhurat is not so easy as just selecting a day and tithi and var, weekday. You know, it is also whether the lagna at that time, okay, the lagna at that time is in good compatibility with your lagna. For example, this remedy is to be done after sunset, anytime after sunset, preferably 30 minutes, within 30 minutes after sunset. So tomorrow, if I say tomorrow is 9th, and in Bombay, if I take Bombay, so the sunset is around 7:11 in the evening, 7 p.m., 11 minutes in the evening, you know, and around you catch another 30 minutes, so it's roughly 7:45, you know. So if I catch the lagna comes as Scorpio, okay, and it's a border lagna, you know, it's a border lagna, 29-degree lagna at 7:30. So if I do it at 7:30, the lagna is Scorpio, 29.03 degrees. Okay. So for people whose lagna, this Scorpio comes in from whose lagna, this Scorpio comes in 6, 8, 12. There could be one result. For whom people who are, say, Karka lagna or Pisces lagna, that is in Trikon to Scorpio, they will have a different result. So teaching something on YouTube is, in a way, it's a very generic remedy, you know. It's a very generic remedy. People, we expect on our channel people to be astrologers because ours is not a channel for the common man. So people need to be very careful. Luckily, there's a border lagna. That means before 7:30 you can do, okay, and after 7:30, say at 7:40, if you do this remedy, okay, it becomes Sagittarius lagna. So here we have the luck. In the first 30 minutes, you have two lagnas. Of course, ideally, nobody should prefer a border lagna, you know, because of the avasthas of the avasthas if we take into consideration. Okay. So for if it's a Scorpio Lagna, people with Mithuna Lagna, this could be a problem. Okay. Where in the Muhurata, what is the Lagna and where Rahu is placed? Okay. Where Rahu is placed. Okay. That all will decide where would be the result concentration, the concentration of the result. Okay. People normally, when you consult an astrologer, 99.9% of the astrologers for last thousands of years, they'll just give you a broad time. From this time to this time, do the puja. Like for example, Diwali puja, right, Vinay? We are
Yes.
normally in Panchang, we will be given a broad time. From this time to this time, or they'll select a fixed lagna. But everybody does the puja, Diwali puja during that time, but they do not get the result as per the Muhurta. Of course, it depends on one's dasha, gochar that one is going through, one's varshafal also. So many factors take into account, you know. So remedies are a two-edged sword. You know, before I go more into Muhurta, I'll come to Muhurta. We are planning a crash course on Muhurta, a 2-month course for the common man. You know, Vinayak ji, Neeraj, and other team members would be teaching this course. You know, I would also join it, and it's going to be a crash course designed specifically for the common man, and also a bit advanced for the astrologers. You know. So anyway, let's come to what is the remedy to be done. The remedy to be done is a very simple this thing that you have to take a nariyal. Nariyal means coconut. Okay, you have to take a coconut. Okay, coconut something like this. Can everybody see it on screen? I do not know. Okay, this is the coconut that we use in our kitchens. Okay, for our cooking. Okay, it has this kind of shape. Okay, now here. Okay, so you got to take 4 coconuts. 4 coconuts. 4 is the number for Rahu. Okay, you got to put. We have done these videos earlier also. Okay, last 2-3 years we've been doing it. Okay, so you got to take a needle, put a white thread in it or whatever. Okay, and put it across. The needle comes out, the thread comes out, and create a garland that way. From that needle, again put it in the next coconut, again in the next coconut, again in the next coconut. So 4 coconuts like this. Okay, this has water in it also. Okay, so 4 coconuts like this. Okay, and you get a garland. You create a garland out of it. Okay. And this is the easiest form. There are a bit more complicated forms, but this is the easiest form. Okay. You don't need to rotate it around your head, nothing like that. Just create a garland. Pray with intention to Lord Rahu to help you come out of whatever problems you have. Okay. And you got to go to a flowing water. Okay. Flowing water body, a river or a, whatever, a stream of water. Okay. And just put it. Don't throw it like wild and all that. Although we try to do it so that it goes more inside. But even if you are going to throw it with this kind of thing. Usually we throw something like this when we are hitting a rock, So, I mean, there are no restrictions. This is my own interpretation, So, am I being communicative, Vinay?
Yes, sir.
So, if anybody has doubts, okay, they need to do this. Okay, this needs to be done only. Akhilesh Saraswat has asked a question. Can we do it early morning before sunrise? No. This has to be done after sunset. It's crystal clear after sunset. And that's the reason I said in Bombay, it is 7:11 in the PM evening. Now, let's assume you have no river body nearby. Okay. So, last time I had asked Naren Desai ji, what's to be done? So, he said in such a case, just put it in a temple and come out. Right? Temple mein rakh ke aap aa gaye. Okay. Now 5 coconuts in south of India, they take 5 coconuts. I mentioned this in the video also. Okay. In north, they take 4. In this thing, they take 5. Okay. Don't throw it in nala and all that. It needs to be good, clean water. It needs to be good, clean water. Okay. Don't throw it in dirty water or something like that. Okay. So south of India, many people take 5. Okay. For Rahu. Okay. And in or they take 4. Okay. So it's up to you. Okay. It's up to you how you do it. Okay. People have got good remedies. If you see the previous videos, many people have written. Okay, they got good remedies with 5 coconut. Some got good effects with 4 coconuts. It's up to you. Okay, it's totally up to you. Okay, more than any remedy. Okay. Thank you, Rohit Ravindran. You say, anyway, sir, if you're reading this, this works excellent. Yeah, many people have benefited out of it, Rohit. Okay, I'll just tell you, 4-5 days back, I was speaking to a very good Vastu expert. Okay, and he was telling about a person in Canada. She is a widower. She's a widow, sorry, and she has a mall of her own, and it was not working during COVID period and all that, or something like that. And this remedy was done, but she could not do that remedy over there in Canada. So this remedy was done here in Gujarat for that lady, and there was some great miracle. I'm forgetting that, and at the same time, the mall started working again. And now, even during the COVID period, that mall of hers is doing 35% more business than other malls. So I was very happy to hear that. Okay, and even he gave a remedy about one gentleman who had money stuck and had nothing actually, and now he has he did the lock remedy. The lock remedy we have 2-3 times we have created a video. You all should see all the videos, and especially the variation Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. If you do for different days, the lock remedy gives different results. Okay, so now we may not be able to do this remedy. Let's assume temples are closed. Let's assume there is no river nearby. Okay, let's assume the coconut is not available. Okay, so what do we do? The least we can do is tomorrow, that is on 9th June, Amavasya time, let us do some Rahu mantra. Much better than that is let us sit in meditation and ask forgiveness from Lord Rahu, for the mistakes that we have done in our current life and previous lives. Now, what does Rahu represent? Rahu represents, okay, Vinayak, I'm talking too much. Why don't you tell for the audience what does Rahu represent as per your understanding?
Rahu represents something like kind of a Maya.
And what else would it represent?
Rahu represents a lot of things like, as we all know, it's a kind of a demon. So its nature is something like misleading. Because as we all know the story of the like Samudra Manthan and all, from where this story of Rahu, Ketu and Amrit Manthan with all these things starts. So Rahu's basic nature is a kind of mischievous kind of thing, and like the significations of fraud, cheating, and all these things comes from Rahu. Am I correct, sir?
Yeah. What I feel, 99.999% of the people, especially except great saints, most of us are born because we have some pending karma left, A, or we have done some mistake that needs to be corrected, or a particular trait in our character or in our mind or a psychological problem that needs to be mastered. Okay. All these energies get combined in the 9 planets. So obviously we must have done something wrong. Okay. There is none of us, no astrologer, no human being who hasn't committed a sin. Okay. As it is said in the Bible, I think so, that was saying, when the lady was being flogged and stones were being thrown at her on the street. Okay. So Jesus says, I do not know because I have not read the Bible. Okay. Nor do I follow Christianity, so I can be wrong. So don't mind. But still, even if it's a false story, it is so great a story. Jesus says, he let that person raise the stone and throw at her who has never committed a sin. So all of us have committed a sin. So when he says that, everybody stops. So the point is what has unfortunately happened in the last thousands of years of Indian astrology and Indian mysticism is we all have concentrated on upayas without having remorse, without feeling sorry for whatever sin we have committed. So whenever we are doing this remedy, I would suggest half an hour before that is a Gaudalya Muhurat time. It's a very good time to sit and meditate and ask forgiveness. If we don't have coconut, this, that, etc., don't worry. In fact, you are better off not doing any remedy because many times we commit a mistake in remedy. So best is mansik remedy. That means mentally doing that remedy. And before we do that remedy, we sit in meditation and ask forgiveness with a lot of compassion in our heart. And if your meditation is strong enough, tears will flow down from your eyes. You will feel that pain that you must have caused to somebody, knowingly or unknowingly. Many a times we do it unknowingly, many a times we do it knowingly, but we can't control at that moment of time. It is like having a small kid who just can't control the pangs of a chocolate. Okay. So this is what I would suggest people to do this remedy with full faith. Okay. Be prepared. Okay. Be prepared. Okay. That every action has a reaction. Whether you do good or bad, there will be a result. Whether we notice that result or not, it's another thing. Okay. Many a times, I like to observe Muhurata and see what would be the result of the Muhurata. In that, I use my activation technique. Okay. So if I'm activating the house where Rahu is sitting, okay, by doing a remedy, so that house, some result will happen in the next 7 days or 10 days, whatever. Okay. Or the house result of where the Lord of Rahu goes and sits. So if Rahu is, say, placed in your 5th house and the Lord of it goes in the 10th house, so you can have 5th house results or 10th house results or both. Okay. Sometimes it may happen after 3 months. Okay. And we may not observe it. So these are all very, very tough tasks because it is based on individual horoscopes and it is very tough. Okay, very tough. Sometimes the results are instantaneous, absolutely instantaneous. Okay, so you've got to select a good Muhurata. Selecting a good Muhurata is a very specialized job. If you can't select a good Muhurata, you don't have a good astrologer under you, don't fret. From today itself, you pray to Lord Rahu and to God to give you the perfect Muhurata. Because a Muhurat changes in 48 seconds also. So the best of astrologer can give you so and so particular time to do a particular act. But when you try to do that act, after 2 or 3 minutes, you'll end up doing or 2 or 3 minutes before that. So these are my views. Any questions? Vinayakji or anybody from the audience?
The questions regarding the Shobita Singh is asking at what time meditation should be done.
Do it half an hour, 45 minutes before. Do half an hour, 45 minutes before. And at the same time, what I suggest, what I have seen over a period of many decades, the mistake that people do when it comes to dan or any remedy that is specifically time oriented. If they have to reach a river body, okay, at say 7:30 in the evening, let's assume this particular remedy, they will leave late. In advance, they will not keep things prepared. Tomorrow morning itself, go and prepare the garland, keep it ready. Whatever you have to put in the car, keep it in the car or whatever vehicle you're going to travel. Anticipate traffic. Okay. Rahu is also Karaka of obstacles. So anticipate traffic, anticipate obstacles. Observe when you are leaving the house, who all stops you, which is the breath flowing. Swara Shastra is a very, very significant Shastra. And I wish we could teach that in our Krishneeyam course in the level 1. Just for the audience, we have Krishneeyam Prashna course just started in English and also just started in Hindi. So that's on Sunday morning is English, Sunday evening is Hindi, right, Vinay?
Yes, sir. Sunday evening Hindi.
And you all will be stunned at what we are going to teach, how to see Pret Bada, how to, through Prashna, how to see if gods are happy or angry, you know. So, I mean, right now the level 1 Vinayak is of 3 or 4 months. I'm forgetting all this.
Yeah, for 4 months.
4 months. Okay.
4 months.
4 months course.
It will extend to 5 months, I think.
And then we have several levels, and the whole Krishneeyam course will eventually go to 3 years course. Okay. That is if God allows. Okay. So if you have not joined, it's still not late. You all can join, get the recordings, and attend also the live sessions for which I'll get the recordings. Okay. So, okay. This is very, very important. Constantly, some people are asking one question continuously for the toilet remedy. Should it be done in daytime or nighttime? Rahu is more powerful in the nighttime. That is one. Let's assume it's not possible for you to do it in the nighttime. You can do it in the daytime. Do it under Rahu Kal. Rahu Kal table, you'll get it on the internet in 2 seconds. Okay. Okay, you can do that. Okay. So it's up to you. The issue is not, when it comes to all these remedies, I always believe the issue is not in the nitty-gritties of the remedy. The issue is what is your bhavana in doing that remedy? What is your emotions? Are you repentant for the sins you have committed? When it comes to the categories of Maya, categories of backbiting, okay? Are you repentant? How many minutes have you spent? How many hours have you spent? Okay, in repenting for whatever sins that you know of in this life. Forget the previous lives. Do you feel that compassion? Do you still get angry? Do you still backbite, gossip, play games? Are you still shrewd? That means doing these remedies is useless. It will give you some effect, but if you want permanent effect of mastery of the planet, then either before doing this remedy, some effects should happen in your mind, in your outlook in life, okay? And or at the same time, after the remedies. After the remedies. You should change as a person, at least little bit, at least for some time. Means you have taken vitamin tablets, at least you've taken it for 10 days, then at least for 1 month you should feel nice. You should feel nice. If you don't feel nice, if you don't feel a huge release, if negative people around you are not gone from your life, that means the Rahu remedy has not given, Rahu's true blessings have not come. The true blessings of malefics is more powerful than the blessings of benefics. Why? Because in today's life, it is such a stressful life. The malefics only give us more trouble. Some people are constantly copy pasting the same question. I will not be able to reply to that because that is not the topic of today's discussion. Constantly copy pasting that same question is not going to be used to anybody. It can be irritating to a speaker. Sorry, Vinayak, you were saying something.
There is another question related to this remedy. And this question is from Rahul Sharma, and he's asking, temples are generally closed around the sunset in Bangalore due to lockdown. So can we just leave it in or nearby the temple?
Yeah, you can select a water body. Water body will not be closed. But if at all they are closed, okay, then I would suggest do a mansic remedy. Do a mental remedy.
Okay.
Use a white thread, Rahul Sharma. A white thread. Usually, if you go to temples and all that, what I would do is, okay, usually outside temples or even in the market, okay, there are these flower vendors who supply flowers for puja part. So, if you go to those flower vendors, they will have that big needle. We don't have those big needles at home. And they have usually the white thread. They have the whole gatti. They use that, they put it in 5 minutes, they'll take 5 or 10 rupees and they'll do it and give it to you. So the whole point is, I can give so many remedies for Rahu, Shani, Ketu or whatever. There are two types of karma, drid karma or drid karma. There are certain this thing you can go to a rishi and rishi will give you remedy, but if that is fixed karma, it is next to impossible to, I mean, I'll give a small example. K.N. Rao Saab had written in one of his books many years back. I read that book. I don't remember which one. He was talking about debilitated planets, And see, debilitation, cancellation of debilitation is there. So many rules are there for debilitation, cancellation. But he said that eventually, if that full debilitation has to be cancelled, only yogi can cancel it. So the yogi will absorb that karma. So my advice is don't get too fixed with remedies and keep on watching throughout the day YouTube videos and doing too many remedies. In fact, doing too many remedies is a problem and it backfires. Like, for example, if you eat too many medicines, your kidney gets destroyed. Your kidney gets spoiled and damaged. And the same is the case with remedies. In fact, like I used to have for many years, I had a resolve never to do remedies. I used to not do remedies at all. Okay. Later on, I started when I could not bear the pain. The body pain is something that each one has a different capacity to bear. Okay. So, point is, how much ever you can bear the problems of life, try to bear it. Don't run after remedies. Don't run after remedies. I think here it is written run. I think so. What is written here? I'm not able to read it. Vinayak, can you read this? On my shirt?
RU and run.
Run. Okay. So, incidentally, don't run after remedies, is what I'm saying. Try to be a man. Try to face the music of your own actions. Yes, sometimes when the pain is too much, it's unbearable. Somebody is sick on deathbed, or somebody is very sick, or it's the case of a child who cannot bear pain and pressures. So at that time, do remedies. But also understand. Okay, we go to temples. It's very easy. I see sometimes many people say, oh, I did this remedy, but it did not give me result. So I asked them the question, how many times in your life have you gone to temples? And every day, how many times do you pray? Does every time God answer your prayers when you visit the temple of your home or outside temple or do your prayers? No. So if God is not answering your prayers every time, how do you expect an astrologer's remedy to work every time? So these people, in fact, create very bad karma by writing very unscientific, illogical posts, you know, in the comment section. But anyway, I think we have covered everything. So Tina Chaudhary is saying, Sunil sir, your mustard oil Diya remedy worked like magic for me. Many thanks. I will make donation in your name. So kind of you. Tina Chaudhary, which mustard oil remedy? There are many remedies of mustard oil that I've given. You know. So do post over there, which was the remedy. Okay. Any questions, Vinayakji, from your side or from the audience side, and or shall we take up what's
Yes,
coming up next
I
with
think
something?
I think no. I will take only relevant question. Okay, related to our today's topic, because many of are posting there on horoscope question. So
And I have also shown how the coconut looks like, because last to last time, in spite of showing the photograph, you know, many people started asking, you know, uh, that how is the coconut to be seen, which coconut, which type coconut. And I really feel really bad. Many a times people keep on asking, please give the phone number of the astrologer. And then I say, hey, the number of the astrologer is already displayed, in the video. Why are people not watching the full video? So these are the people who are wanting fast food, and they see a video only for 30 seconds and they start immediately posting, this thing. I mean, it shows their maturity level or patience level, but it's okay. That's okay. It happens. Okay. So, anyways, I just wanted to announce, like every year, we have a tradition of Guru Purnima event where we honor our gurus, our teachers of astrology, and so the thing is, yeah, Tejas, Prakash, the answer to your question, mobile screen cracks every month. The answer is yes. It's related to Rahu, and of course, other things depends on your horoscope. Okay, but anyway, we have this Guru Purnima event coming on 31st July and on 1st of August. So from 2:30 p.m. onwards till 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the night, or 12 o'clock in the night, we're going to have around 12 to 16 speakers, lectures, and uh, we we don't have any, the way Saptarishis tradition has been, Saptarishis Astrology Institute's tradition has been, when we start to teach, we don't have any limitations on time. So, and usually we extend the time. If it is a 5-hour lecture, it becomes a 10-hour lecture, So we keep on answering as many questions as possible, So we keep on doing that. So you're most welcome. I do not know how much we have priced it. I think so 3,500.
35,
Sorry?
3,500.
3,500, and the prices will go up very soon. So the link, can you post the link in the chat box?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So do join some of the best speakers in astrology, senior speakers, plus young ones. We have a good mix, and we're going to have, like Vinayak, you're going to speak on, like KK Parashurji is going to speak on money and finances in your horoscope, and some of the techniques of late Dr. B.V. Raman.
Yeah.
What are you going to speak on?
So basically, I have two topics for this Guru Purnima event. So my first topic is I call it nucleus planet. Okay, like everybody, like we have atoms, and in atoms we have electron, proton, neutron, like this. Okay, so nucleus is the smallest unit, and we can call it as a uh, most important part of our atom, which controls the whole energy level. In same manner, in every horoscope we have one nucleus planet which controls the whole energy of our horoscope. I'm not talking about Atma Karak and these things. So this is something different, and I will teach how to identify this nucleus planet and how to make predictions. So we will take some example charts also. Uh, and the second topic is Gram Chakra. So about this Gram Chakra, I have already posted in Saptarishis Research Group. So I have given some hints also how to calculate it. So in this Guru Purnima event, I will take the uh, example charts, and I will also explain like how to calculate. So basically, this Gram Chakra is all about the finding the best suitable place for living. Like these days, we have many questions like which city is beneficial for me to settle down. Either it's India or America or UK or within India. Suppose if I'm living in Delhi, now my question is whether Delhi is suitable for me or Bangalore or Mumbai. So how to decide which city or state is beneficial for me and is beneficial in which area? Maybe sometimes we have city which is beneficial for my health but not for finances. So these things we can easily identify by Gram Chakra. So I will cover these two topics, nucleus planet and Gram Chakra thing. And also we have many speakers who will talk on different topics. Yes, sir.
That's good. I will also be requesting uh, Rakesh ji, and if I can request you also, Vinayak, if you can take a 15-minute session
Hmm.
on Sri Suktam for various Antardashas.
Okay.
For example, if Shukra Antardasha is going to run. Now,
Hmm.
there is a special Sri Suktam for it, right?
Yes, yes.
Ketu Antardasha or Ketu Mahadasha, special Sri Suktam for it, right?
Hmm.
If you can do a 10-15 minute presentation, because that's a knowledge most people do not know.
Yeah, we can do it. We can do that, and also we can do some special remedies like this is a Guru Purnima event.
Hmm.
So we all astrologers from different cities and countries are gathering together. So we can do something like the best suitable mantra for every astrologer. Like we are learning Jyotish, so in our Vedic literature or in some Jyotish books also, we have some specific mantra which every astrologer should recite before reading Jyotish or before taking any consultation. So we
That's a
can we can
very good
discuss
idea.
this mantra also.
Very good idea. Also, what I was thinking, like in our Mumbai, we have our Panditji here. He comes in our Mumbai club. Suppose our Guru Purnima event is starting at 2:30. Okay. Like 2-3 years back when we did it at Chembur at the Emerald Hotel. Okay. Emerald or which hotel it was, I'm forgetting. You know. So we conducted a puja, a special puja. I think it was Mahalakshmi Puja or something like that, for all the people present over there. You know. Hello.
Yes, sir.
One second. Can you just post this link, this Zoom link in the chat box and
Okay.
invite some of the people over here? I especially want Tina Chaudhary to come on this Zoom link and share her experience. It's a very beautiful. She did this remedy that we had given in one of our videos.
Okay.
Okay. Uh,
So I'm posting the Zoom invitation link in chat section.
yeah.
So
If I can request Tina Chaudhary especially to
yeah.
come online, we will not be taking a consultation session here, but a feedback from people, especially from Tina Chaudhary. It's a good miracle that has happened to her. Actually, I've become breathless. I need a break of 5 minutes. can you just talk about some of our courses, Prashneeyam and beginners and all that? Meanwhile, I take a break. I've become.
Yes, sir. You can take some 5 minutes break and
Or you can even give some technique, something, and कुछ एक पूजा सोचो जो हम मॉर्निंग में सबके लिए फ्री में करें. People who are participating in the Guru Purnima event, some very big Mahayagya that we can get it done as a mass puja with Sankalp,
yes,
with Sankalp. Okay, I'll be back in 5 minutes.
sure,
Right?
sir. You can. So I already invited, especially Tina Chaudhary ji. So I have posted Zoom invitation link. So if possible for you, you can join us and you can share your experience. And yeah, so we are getting many people to join, but it's not a personal consultation session. So we will admit in next 5 minutes. Okay, so you are in California, so it's too late to call in. Okay, not an issue. Naveen ji is asking what is the remedy for Rahu. Sir, Rahu remedy is already shared, so you can watch this video again. So yes. So about announcement, like right now, currently we have Vedic beginners course. So anybody interested in learning Vedic Jyotish from the beginning, they can join this course. So timing will be 9:30 every Saturday, 9:30 morning time, 9:30 a.m. every Saturday. So this course is basically a very unique course. Unique in the sense, the first 1.5 months we are covering the basic things for every beginner, and from 1.5 month onward, we will take the advanced topics one by one. And this advanced topic is not about the complete advanced; it's a very relevant and very important topics for every beginner. And also, we are covering Laghu Jatak and Laghu Parashar. So these two are very unique thing which we are doing in this beginners course. And also we have Prashneeyam. Prashneeyam is basically a Kerala system Prashna course. And this course is in Hindi and English both. Okay, so Hindi course every Sunday 8 p.m. and English 11 a.m. every Sunday. So these two courses are just started. So if you want, you can still join it. And so Manu Gupta ji is asking, Rahu remedy can be done generally or only if one has trouble from Rahu. Obviously, if you have malefic Rahu or you are facing any trouble from Rahu, you can do it. And if Rahu Dasha or Antardasha is running or in transit, if it's creating problem, you can do it. Fees for, I am posting the beginners and Krishneeyam course link in the chat section, so you all can join it. And many people have already joined our Zoom session, and I will admit in next 5 minutes as soon as Sunil sir join us. I will admit all. And don't ask personal questions, personal horoscope questions in this session. You can ask your queries regarding the ongoing remedy which we shared in this session. Yeah, so till Sunil sir join us, I will give you some. Yes, sir. So now four people are joined today. And Tina G is, I think, in US, California, so there's a time zone difference, so she can't able to join. So you are mute.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, I'll just read out if I can find the old message. She had done this Diya remedy of mustard oil, which we had given. Okay, there are some people in the waiting room. Just have a look at them.
Yeah, I will admit it.
So, we had given this Diya remedy. Now, this Diya remedy is actually a tantric remedy to remove tantra, especially minor form of tantra or even major form of. Sorry. Okay, I'll just read out if I can, but not very major form. I would like to request everybody who's joined the Zoom session to be on mute. To be on mute kindly. So, somebody has joined in with a name called Trader. They need to join in with their real name. Okay.
They can rename themselves. Yeah.
So, anyway, this was in the night time, Saturday night time. You put diya, a lamp, okay, of mustard oil, okay, outside your house on the right side or left side, whichever is convenient, okay, and see to it that there is no breeze running. If breeze is running, then you put a kind of glass shelf on it. And everybody just mute everybody, you know.
Yes, sir.
So, that is to be done for every Saturday till your problem goes away. Now, the gentleman who gave me is an expert in remedies. You know, he's an expert in remedies, and he said within 7 weeks you will start seeing the result. Now the problem is if it's an extremely powerful tantra done on you, okay, it will take more time, and second it can backfire. Okay, because I've seen it happen in the case of some people. Okay, it backfiring and all. Now what Tina Chaudhary writes in the chat box, okay, is she said it was very helpful, etc. and all that. So for 6 months, son and family members were not speaking. You know, no phone calls, no text messages, etc. and all that. And finally, it all got resolved all of a sudden, and my son and family had a big misunderstanding with us and stopped talking to us for over 6 months. No response to phone call and text. After first time of Diya, next day, Sunday, he called us and apologized. So that's something, you know, suddenly after 6 months, things happen. So it's something very nice to see, you know, and usually we don't get feedback on remedies, you know. So this is something that she has given feedback, you know. Saying what else I wanted to speak about. Did you speak about the Guru Purnima? Yeah, you know what I was thinking, Vinayak, for the Guru Purnima event, let us have puja done, you know, Saturday and Sunday both, free for everybody who's joined the Guru Purnima event. You know, what do you suggest? What do you feel? You know, we can do Saturday. We can do maybe a Shani Puja or a Navgraha Puja, or we can do a Hanuman Chalisa 108 times. You know, or whatever. I do not know. You know,
See, generally, sir, on Guru Purnima, we can do Rudra Abhishek.
that should be on Saturday or Sunday.
Saturday, Sunday, we can do on both days. Sunday will be better. And like whoever is participating in this Guru Purnima event, we can take Sankalpa for them. So we need their Rashi, Nakshatra and Gotra. So by using these details, we can do Rudra Abhishek. That is for whole Saptarishi family. So So we can do it on Sunday or Saturday. Like we can choose a good Muhurat
Yeah,
among these 2 days. No? We can do it on that day.
that's nice. That's
And during this puja, like after completion of this puja or puja, we can do like Guru Pujan. Like there is a system in our Vedic culture, like by using the mantras of 4 Vedas, like Rig Veda, Samved, Yajurveda, Atharvaveda. So we have a specific mantras for Guru Pujan also. Like generally we have heard Guru Pujan like in the form of Guru Stotra, like this. But if we talk about the actual Vedic tradition, so in every Veda, by using the Vedic mantra from every Veda text, we can praise Guru. So in Samved, if you listen the Samved mantra, the Samved mantra is kind of a song.
Yes, is
Sunita ji, can you mute yourself? Yeah. So in same manner, by using Ved mantras, we can do this Guru Pujan. So it's a kind of a unique thing which we can plan on this Guru Purnima day.
I think we can do that. Let's plan on this.
Yes.
Let's plan for Saturday. What do we do for Sunday? What do we do? So we can start early morning
Yes.
and then have a break at say 1 o'clock.
Yes.
Then all of us go for lunch and we come back by 2, and by 2:30 we start.
Hmm.
Something. Let's plan. We'll speak on the phone and we'll plan with Amit Bhai and where is this thing? I'll request everybody to be on mute unless you want to speak. So that is it. And
Also, like you were talking about mantra and all to share some useful mantras for our audience. So we can do one thing like we have Shiva Manasa Pujan, Shiva Manas mantra. That is from the Adi Guru Shankaracharya. So we created this mantra. This is one of the very beautiful mantra for Lord Shiva. Like for any kind of pujan, or it's a Shodash Upchar puja or any kind of puja, we need lot of materials for doing puja, like uh, pushpa, flowers, dhupa, agarbatti, and all these things. Okay, but in our busy days, like we don't have these all materials, and even we don't have that much of patience to sit down and do all rituals for this Shiva puja and all. So for this thing only, Adiguru Shankaracharya given us the mantra Shiv Manasa Pujan. Like if we type on internet, we can find it. It's a very beautiful mantra. So we can take the application of this mantra also. Like we are astrologers, we are traveling here and there, and so we can utilize this mantra. So these names are this Shiva Manasa Pujan. Manas Pujan means Manas mentally. So we can do puja to Lord Shiva mentally. So while sitting in meditation, we can recite this mantra. It hardly take 10 minutes. But if you understand the meaning of this Shiva-Manas Pujan mantra, you can understand how beautifully the Shankaracharya had designed this mantra. So there is a whole application of this mantra. So we can teach this mantra also in our Guru Purnima event.
that's good. That's good. Quickly, I would like to just answer some of the questions I've seen in the chat box. Jayashri Gopal Krishnan is asking, can we do this remedy for somebody else in the family? Yes, of course you can. And that's the reason I gave the example earlier of Canada and this person in Valsad, that so they are not even related and yet the remedy worked. Shobita Singh, kindly share the Diya remedy link. Can't see it in chat box. I don't think so. I don't remember in which video I did it, but just go through the same video again. I have explained it. Saturday evening after sunset, even it can be till late night. You can come 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at home and do it. Okay. And put this. But remember, it's a tantric remedy. You're going to fight against tantra. If that person who's done tantra is very strong, okay, then it can backfire. So you've got to be prepared for it. Okay. And coming to Amavasya, okay. Now the problem with Amavasya is when it comes to Panchang, okay, usually at sunrise, whatever is the tithi, that is considered as the tithi for the whole day. Some people take it before 12 o'clock, whatever is the tithi for the whole day. So you have many variations of Panchangs. Okay. This has been a fight going on among scholars for a long time. You have to make your own choice in life and decide what to do. Okay. So it's something even the best of astrologers go through the same problem, which is the Tithi. So there have been a lot of debates. Okay. Okay. And anything else we are missing? Or can I?
There's the one question like people are asking repeatedly even in Facebook, and I have seen the same question in chat section also. Like, uh, I think before you have shared the coconut remedy in which five coconuts are involved.
No, I have mentioned in that video also. I have mentioned key. There were follow-up videos of it. Okay. In that I mentioned in the north they take 4. Okay. In the south they take 5. For example, Lakshmi, one of our team members based in London, she had also mentioned. Just one second, my battery is going off. So she had also mentioned that in south they take 5. So it's south versus north. So whatever you want to do, anybody wants to do, it's their choice. People have even given the feedback that 4 has worked for them. Some have given the feedback that 5 has worked for them. So it's up to you. The whole point is dedication,
Hmm.
not the nitty gritties. You know, not the nitty gritties. I'll give you a small example. You know, these days youngsters, they watch, like in my time when we were growing up, or I had grown up already by that time, there used to be a movie called Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge. Every actor who has come, tries to say I love you in a very unique manner to make his screen presence felt and that scene to become most memorable scene ever. You know, so if we get fixed that hey, he said I love you to me in a public place and not in the most romantic place. I needed it to be next to the river, quiet, and all that. So you're putting nitty gritties into it. You're putting nitty gritties into it. That is psychological makeup. Okay. What does God want from you? He just wants to hear, I love you. He wants you to say and feel that you're sorry for the acts that you've done. Okay. That you are sorry for the acts you have done in previous life or this life. He needs to feel that internal bhavna. Okay. He doesn't care if you do a puja of 5,000 rupees or 1 lakh rupees. He doesn't care. Yes, a puja of 5,000, 1 lakh with all too much of in 1 lakh, you put a lot of fruits, flowers, many pandits you employ. Yes, it may have 10, 20, 30% additional effect. It could. It could. I don't want to break somebody's business. Okay. But I really believe, okay, that we always are asking God, give me money, give me food, give me money, give me property, give me the most handsome man, give me the most beautiful girl to marry, etc., and all that. Give me fame, okay, give me fame, give me knowledge, give me fame, give me knowledge, give me child, whatever. What are we giving back to God? The least to least he expects is an I love you, the way Shah Rukh Khan said it in Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge. He meant it. He meant it. So can't we have that bhavna instead of having so many questions? Is this day correct? Is this day wrong? Should it be one garland for the whole family? Should it be? It truly doesn't matter. It truly doesn't matter. All this is makeup. All this is like me wearing being a man wearing the best branded shirt, branded jeans, or me being a woman throughout the day applying lipstick, makeup. This God doesn't care. Planets don't care whether you are rich, young, poor. Planets care how much compassion have you developed. Are you still on that hatred barometer that you hate almost everything in life, that you can criticize almost everything in life? Okay. Or have you changed as a person? Now, you can change today, you can change 10 years later, 20 years later. Planets don't judge you. Humans judge. Planets don't. Planets are more concerned whether at the end of your life, dying, lying down on your deathbed, have you changed? have you fulfilled the promise that you gave yourself when you took birth? Did you make that change happen? Remedies are useless, trust me, if it doesn't bring about that change in you. So I do accept also the people to ask so many questions, but I'm saying for once, forget what shirt, what pant, what dress you're wearing. Planets truly don't care. Planets care about this. जिगर है कि नहीं जिगर? दान करने का जिगर है कि नहीं जिगर? किसी को मदद करने का जिगर है कि नहीं जिगर? मर्द का बच्चा है कि क्या? खत्म. Or are we still? Yes, necessities are needed today. You need to give education to your children, property to your children, etc., and all that. Okay. So, but as long as you're not attached with those necessities, you could be sleeping on a Kurlon bed. The mattress only costs you 80,000 rupees these days. Or you could be sleeping right on a chatai. But it doesn't matter to you. That's the important thing. Does it matter to you today you slept on a Kurlon bed or today you slept on a chatai? Because you can be sleeping in the most costliest bed, but yet not get that peaceful sleep. Are you getting it? Am I able to explain, Vinayak and the other guys present here? Rohit, Shrikant, Srinivas, Sumit, Sunita Kamal, Sunita
They
Tiwari.
are on mute, so let me unmute them.
Yeah. Chitra Majumdar.
Yeah, now they can unmute if they want to talk.
Yeah. So am I able to express myself?
Yeah, sir. Very beautifully you have explained this.
Rohit writes to me directly. Oh, don't write to me directly. Write or come online and say, wow, what a beautiful explanation. No, it's not something, see, Rohit, we all are work in progress. None of us are perfect, nor am I. Okay. No, I mean, I also have my own limitations. Okay. I also go through anger, I go through anger with family members, with maids, with this, face people on Facebook, this, that, etc. But whatever I try to do, every 3 months or 6 months, I do a rain check on myself. Have I improved or have I gone back? At least 5% improvement ka agar मैं रखूं effort, okay, then I'm improving. Then the remedies are working. Or God has His grace on me. What do I do these days? 40% of the time, I keep on constantly telling myself daily, 5 times, I keep on telling myself, I'm not going to react. To situations and to people, I'm not going to react. I'm going to have a cold face like Rocky Balboa of Rocky 4. Cold face. So my child creates ruckus, situations. If my wife tells me her problems, etc., she expects me a reply or an opinion. I try not to react 40% of the time. कभी-कभी चप्पल मिलता है, तुम कुछ बोलते ही नहीं हो. That's okay. That's okay. As long as I am having control over my mind. And what is my goal in life? My goal in life is to become like that general of the movie Shaolin. I think it was a 2017 or 18 version or 2014 version where Jackie Chan plays the role of a cook. Where that general, a fantastic background music. And background music, that is soul-changing background music. That general is an evil man until he loses his daughter. And then he becomes a Buddhist monk. And he keeps on changing, just accepting what God is giving as much as he could. And being humble. वो ऐसा नहीं है कि 100% change आएगा. 5% also if I can achieve. Yeah, I am better off than 99% of the people who are not even making an effort. Okay? Not even making an effort. Somebody's background, so we'll have to mute everybody. Okay, it's a kid, small kid, no problem. All right. So let's, Vinayak, if we finish this topic, I don't want to look at the chat box now because people will still keep on asking about their horoscopes. And if I can truly, uh, Vasu Sharma says, doing japa, how much it will help. There is, even if there is no help, Vasu Sharma ji, it is always a good thing to remember God. It's a good thing to remember God, provided you do not become mechanical like 99% or 100% of the Indians who are only mechanical in their mantra. They have no emotions for God. How many of us sit down every day in the morning and say to God, the first thing we say to God, do we ever say, I love you? Hey, my Krishna, I love you, yaar. Yesterday you did not play with me. I'm still upset with you about it. But no, we sit down and we say, please give me this, please give me that, give me siddhi, give me fame, give me great spiritual siddhi or this or that. What is siddhi needed for? Absolutely nothing. Useless. Useless. The only thing you need to be concerned is how good is your love towards God.
लाइट चली गई सर. So I think some technical issue with Sunil sir. He will join us back in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, hi guys. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Okay. So my electricity has gone last 2-3 days. That's been the problem here. So anyway, Sachin Balla, kind of doing some sadhana when I listen to some anxiety. It feels so relaxing to myself. Thank you, Sachin. Go beyond 5,000 years or 10,000 years of brainwashing. We have become slaves to remedial measures and rituals and andhavishwas rather than taking the good point out of it and falling in love with God. We fear God. We are not in love with God. The day we realize via our astrology or via this thing that God is not going to help us in any matter of our life, any area of our life, we'll stop praying to God. We are such selfish, useless human beings. We'll stop praying to our gods. We are not praying for the sake of love. We are praying for the sake of want, which is natural. But considering that India has been a land of holy sages and so many thousands and thousands of yogis of the highest order, we have learned nothing out of that. So anyway, this session was on remedial measures. I will stop it now. And light has come. Dhande ki baat karte hain. We are going to do a crash course on Muhurata. Crash course on Muhurata, which will be starting in the first week of August. Right, Vinayak?
Yes sir, first feast of August.
उसका लिंक आप डाल देंगे इधर लोगों के लिए?
I think it's just creating. We have not yet created it, so I'm just doing it in 5 minutes.
Okay. और after this video, we can have it in the comment section as a pinned up thing.
Yeah, in comment section, also in description section, I will post it.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So, this will be like a crash course for especially non-astrologers and even for the astrologers. And we're going to price it very, very, very low cost. I don't believe in what my students are doing, following the marketing trend. The more they charge a course, they believe that their image goes up. The young ones get impressed. The young ones get impressed with image building. You know, when you reach a certain age and certain maturity, you realize as much as people as you can help is fine. You know, yes, some courses need to be costly because of certain things, but still our courses are pretty low cost compared to what even my students are charging. But anyway, doesn't matter. You know, uh, point is, Muhurata is so important. Predictions is like a Madari ka tamasha. Nothing great comes out of a prediction. Even if I tell you so and so date you got married or you are going to get married, what change in karma can you do? With Muhurta, whatever is the bad blow, you can reduce the blow. You can reduce the blow, you know, or you can make it better. You know? Enjoy your life. Any special class remedies for the planets? My course on remedial measures is pending since I think now it's 3.5, 4 years. The PowerPoints are almost ready. I mean, it's all typed out in Word file, but just need to copy paste it in PowerPoint. I have not been able to do it since a long time, but I will be doing it. A simple course on and a very advanced of some of the rare astrological remedies that I have collected in my journey all over India, and which has not been shared in video because those people did not want to come out in video. But anyway, Muhurta, if you use for buying clothes, buying property, buying this thing, or launching a project, okay, etc., and all that. So it will really help not just you, but your family members, etc., and all that. And if you are especially an amateur astrologer, by doing that, you will be obviously doing it free and helping people. You know, I always believe even if you want to become a professional astrologer, at least for 10 years, you need to serve people free of charge. Then become. And that's what we also did when we started off. Okay. So this will be a 2-month course. We will touch various elements of Panchanga, Tithi, Var, Nakshatra, etc., and all that. Notes will be given to you all. You know, you all can use those notes later on in life also. And then special muhurtas for even as something small as cutting of hair. You can't believe how much our ancients used to give importance to cutting of nails and cutting of hair. Now you all know hair and nails both are governed by Saturn, the most powerful planet. When we are doing an act of cutting a Karakatva, Saturn represents. Okay, we are cutting out of both hair and nail. If you observe, does not have nerves. We don't get pain. It is like lifeless, yet it grows. That's a unique part about Saturn. The Bhava Saturn sits in, and most astrologers do not use this concept. The Bhava Saturn sits in, you have to observe it over a period of decades, how the results it is giving in your life. Okay? It will be like growing yet lifeless. Growing can be upward and downward anyways. That means positive or negative. Yet it will appear like lifeless. It's a unique thing. I do not know how to. Suppose Saturn is in your 12th house. Either you will grow up in spirituality or down in spirituality, but you will not realize it. It will take you quite some time to realize it. Are you all understanding? If Saturn is in your 8th house of sadhana, when you are going deep in your sadhana, you will not realize it, but one day you will. When you are going down, you will not realize it, but one day you will. Are you getting it now? This is a unique point about Saturn that no astrologer uses in his predictions. No astrologer uses. But you all should. You all should. You know, it is something that is so important to observe. For example, Indira Gandhi had Saturn in Lagna. When she was going downhill, she never realized it. That she was committing mistakes. All of a sudden, one day she was nowhere. When it came to the elections and the emergency of 77, and when it came to 1984, during her death. Are you all understanding? A lot of it is in the 7th house. When her marriage ended, she never came to know that the marriage is actually over. You know, only the legal part was remaining. So anyway, this course has small things on which day to cut hair and nails. For example, you can't cut hair and nails on Tuesdays and Saturdays. This is a Muhurata part. Probably most people know. It is there in Muhurata books. What is not so easily mentioned in Muhurata books, but Dr. B.V. Raman has mentioned it, if I remember well, is the day you are born in. Suppose you are born on a Thursday. So you can't cut your hair and nails on a Thursday. Suppose you are born on a Friday. You can't cut, apart from Tuesdays and Saturdays, you can't cut hair on Fridays because you are born on a Friday. Then problem happens. Some people say on Amavasya, don't do it. You know, on so-and-so day, don't do it. So the number of days in a week is actually very limited. Very limited. And if you miss that time, if you're busy, you're out, you know, or you're in a schedule somewhere, you miss that, then it goes ahead for the next week. You have to observe in certain horoscopes, which I have been doing for 20-25 years, in the horoscopes of my near and dear ones. When their hair and nails grow beyond a certain point, problems happen in their life. And as soon as they cut it, the problems reduces. I've not observed it once, twice, or 10 times. I've observed it more than thousands of times, especially on my horoscope. Especially on my horoscope. Thousands of times. I know which particular relative of mine's hair is linked to my horoscope. But that is very advanced. Then I have to indirectly keep on playing games actually to tell him to cut the hair. That is not suiting you, it's not suiting you. And as soon as he cuts that hair, my problems disappear. Astrology is so interlinked. It is at such a minute level, it's maddening. One is superstition, another is knowing the technique. This combination in his horoscope is going to affect me. This way, this will happen, this will happen. That's theory. Then you apply it, observe it. Like for one particular relative of mine, for 12 years, I have been observing, 11 and a half years to be exact, relation between his hair and my health and my life. Not just health, just life. So when I say something, it is not reading just one shloka and talking, or just I go to an astrologer, he gave me one technique and I am teaching you all. No, I observe it. Especially such fine rules. I observe. And then also the responsibility comes. किसको कितना देना है, नहीं देना है. Publicly कितना देना है, नहीं देना है. Why? If I give out such knowledge publicly, it will create tension. It will create tension. Suppose you have a child who loves his hair. And I show you the technique which connects his hair to your horoscope. Trust me, I made predictions like this to my wife. My wife has very long hair. I said, you cut your hair, your brother will get married within 1 year. Incidentally, it happened after 2 years. Okay? But she's never cut her hair ever. She took 2 years just to decide to cut her hair. No, in fact, it happened within 1.5 years or 1 year. 17, 18, yeah. 18 she cut hair and 19 brother got married. Now it's 21. 19 December brother got married. So 1 साल में हो गया. I think 1.5 years में हो गया. Anyway, I'm not remembering that much. But that is a connection. So if you have a child like that, okay, so you will get hooked when you get to know the technique. You'll go mad the moment he does not cut his hair. एक दिन भी extra growth हो गया, you'll have fights. So with knowledge comes responsibility. Some people act, no, nothing will happen. I'm immune to all these things. I'm not going to fight with my child. Okay, or I'm not going to fight with my wife. Or I'm not going to fight with my relative. But eventually they start doing it when troubled times happen. Okay, Sanam Patak says, sir, with your permission, I want to add some point. We should only cut hair, nail on appropriate day after filtration in Yamagandha Kal. Okay, that's a very good point. We shouldn't do this in Gulika Kal. It will create huge problem. Excellent. Those people who are senior in astrology should know Yamagandha is represented by which planet. All the Upagrahas are represented by a particular planet. It is mentioned in Brihad Parashara Hora Shastra. But this is advanced astrology. Nobody makes those kind of videos on YouTube and all that. Okay. But anyway, so we're going to have this crash course. The link of it. Have you posted it on YouTube, Vinayakji?
Yes, sir. I'm posting it now. And the link for this crash course and some other links I have already posted in the description section of this video.
Okay.
So they can access it. And also I'm putting it in comment section.
Fantastic. Any questions before we wind up? I think enough. We've been online for an hour nearly.
Yeah.
Time for lunch.
Almost 1 hour. And also, sir, I would like to add one more announcement here. Like we are planning for our research group. So like we have Saptarishis Research Group in Facebook, and many of our students are there. But this time we are organizing a free webinar, okay, for the research purpose. And in order to join this research webinar, we want our all old participants from GPC level 1 and Ayur Jyotish students and Krishneeyam students, and if possible, if beginners wants to join, they can also join it. So for joining this webinar, they want to submit at least 3 horoscopes of COVID patients with their complete birth details, and also we will give some guidelines like on which factor we have to do analysis and all. We will share with them, and with these guidelines they have to create a complete analysis and they can send us, and on the day of webinar we will present these horoscopes with our inputs, and we will also invite some other teachers so they can also give their inputs. So by this means they can learn many good things and how to do analysis and all. So maybe this will be helpful for all. So soon we will announce it in our research group, so you all can join it.
That's a very good thing. The Facebook research group link also kindly post it whenever you get free time.
Yeah.
So the young ones can also this thing. If nobody has any questions, especially the people present here in the Zoom session, we'll call it end of the day.
If you have any query, you can raise your hand, so we can call you one by one, or else we can end this session now. Yes,
All right.
yes,
Who has the question?
yes, Sanamji, you can unmute.
Hello, sir. Namaste and Binayji. How are you?
Hi. How are you doing?
I'm really good and glad to see you happy.
Thank you.
Okay.
Any questions? Sanam bhai?
I think some audio problem with him.
All right. I think so. We've landed up covering most of the questions. How much we could in our capacity.
I just want to ask one question regarding the karma, sir. You taught us about the during the sessions daily prediction course a little bit part of the the level of the karma, and does it covers from the remedies to that past life karma which is already fixed, sir? Can we improve from the remedies about the past fixed karma? I just want to ask a simple question.
It's not a simple question. You're asking a question. Even after 1 hour, I'll not be doing justice for it, nor am I capable to do justice also. One has to be very spiritually advanced. I will just say Mahabharata.
Yeah.
Mahabharata and Ramayana were made for a reason. And they were recorded so meticulously also for a reason. Of course, there are many versions of Ramayana, So, there are some people who are asking some doubts regarding some course. Vinay, can you see one Mr.
Yeah.
SG?
They already posted it. Yeah.
Have a look at it.
They're facing some problem with pin code and all. So,
Rahul Sharma is asking, instead of piercing coconut with needle, can we just bind the thread around it to make garland? Rahul Sharma, I've been observing, you've been asking so many questions. It truly doesn't matter. The reason we said needle is, so that it doesn't fall. The first time I did it, okay, I put around it like you suggested, Then sometimes, the binding goes off, the coconut falls. So it's better to be foolproof. And the point is, one should not have too many questions in life. When we have too many questions, we confuse ourselves and we commit mistakes. We land up becoming nervous and commit mistakes during a ritual, So the best is do whatever you feel is right, because it can't be personally taught, how to make it and all that, although I've given it the best possible from a practical point of view, But whenever I see too many questions, a person asking too many questions, I become a bit worried because it increases the anxiety feeling in a person, So you can't be nervous. It creates nervousness. You can't be nervous. Am I doing it right? Most of the problems with rituals is, okay, especially if it is a new ritual, okay, you'll end up thinking, am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? And your concentration is not on God. Your concentration becomes on that ritual. That becomes the problem. Okay, so don't mind me, I'm not scolding you or anything like that. I'm just forewarning you because this is what I've seen and I myself have experienced, So, Chinu Gupta, please watch this video from the start and your questions will be answered a couple of times in this video itself, if you see this video for yourself. Okay. MK, sir, can you please summarize the remedy for tomorrow? Humble request. Come on, MK. How many times I've done it? We all want fast food. We don't want to waste half an
video
hour.
again.
Sorry?
Let them watch this video from the starting.
Yeah, just watch 5 minutes of the video and it's there. Just take this kind of coconut, take 4 coconuts or 5. 4, many people who are from the north take 4. From the south, they take 5 for Rahu. 4 number, numerology wise, is for Rahu. Many people take that, okay? So, the thing is, take 4 coconuts or 5, whatever. Take a thread, okay, with a big needle, pierce it over here, okay? Create a garland, Okay. And speak to Lord Rahu, tell him your problems and thank him for removing those problems. Okay. And put it in flowing water. If there is no flowing water, put it in a temple. It should be after sunset, anytime after sunset, preferably 30 minutes, within 30 minutes after sunset. Okay. So that's about it. Okay. You can do it for somebody else also. You can do it for yourself also. Okay. The whole point is feel repentant on the mistakes that you have done concerning Rahu, the Karakattvas of Rahu, where Rahu is placed. That is where the biggest problems are. And the dispositor of Rahu, where it is. Those are the areas you have probably committed mistakes or plan to commit. Okay. And speaking of your question, Sanam Patak, the thing is, the biggest problem of karma, which unfortunately in Indian spirituality has not come out. And even in our Nadi readings, it has not come out evidently, very evidently and profusely, is the mistakes that we have committed in previous lives. Okay. If you say 100 areas, 100 different areas, 100 different mistakes, the same mistake 99% of the time we are going to commit in this life also. In this life also. Trust me, with my study of past life astrology, I have gone to great lengths to discover this truth. It is like you failed in 10th standard, you feel you will in the coming future or the next life, you will go directly to BSc final year exam, graduation final year exam, no way. You will have to still go through that 10th standard and clear it. Very simple. You are the school principal and you're also the student. As a school principal, you will not allow any student to skip if he failed in 8th standard for him to go directly to 10th standard. No. He has to pass through that 8th standard unless he bribes, which is what we'll end up doing in life. We'll end up bribing God by rituals and this and that. But bribery also works to a certain extent, not to a large extent, or not every time. Are you all getting it? Is this crystal clear?
Yeah, so beautifully explained.
Yeah.
It's always fascinating to listen to your words. The daily prediction course was really fantastic. You give almost like the 10 courses in the single course. that was so amazing, sir.
I don't think so. I have the energy to do that course again. Huh? I don't think so. I have that energy. That energy was different at that time.
Yeah,
that energy was different. I still remember I used to take breaks in between and do my prayers. You remember you used to have 4 hours, 6 hour sessions.
Yeah,
and I used to take breaks in between and do my prayers in the evening.
I can relate that. Yeah, you had amazing, the energy that blessed by the divine.
That's Guru's blessings. Ours is nothing. It is only Guru's grace.
And his blessings is with us.
So anyway, coming back to your question, a very pertinent question you asked, and I've tried my level best to answer it in 2 lines. Is karma is fixed. The only thing we can do is the moment we repent the bad qualities, like the 6 Shadripus, Moha, Maya, Krodh, and the other things. The moment we truly learn and master that compassion, master that 6 energies, the reason for our astrological journey is over. Then you don't require astrology. Then you'll be that very few blessed souls who learned astrology to a very high level and then left astrology. Okay? Like, for example, if you watch the movie Hero, Jet Li's in that movie. Okay? And it's a very great movie of an ancient warrior. He writes, he says at the end of the scene in that movie, it's a very poetic movie, poetic martial arts movie. The fight scenes are very poetic. You don't even feel those are fight scenes. It's pure art. So he says the greatest act a warrior can do, the greatest act a samurai can do is to let go of his sword. The greatest act an astrologer can do is to let go of astrology. Because the more you go deep into astrology or any martial arts or any art or any science or anything, it becomes your lagav for it increases. Your moh maya towards it increases. But the moment you can drop it in 1 second from your life, out of your life, provided, of course, you have mastered those lessons of life, that's when you have achieved the highest level of spirituality of astrology. Anyway, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It's always a pleasure talking to you all. Sometimes I lose my patience. Don't mind. So, anything else, Vinayak ji, Sanam ji, before we wind up?
Yes, sir. No, sir, we can end this session now.
All right.
We have
Thank you,
covered all possible questions. We can end it.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much for the enlightening session.